All right, let's talk about Chiron. Chiron is a childhood wound, even though sometimes Chiron can be activated in your early 20s. But I guess astrologically, anything under your Saturn return is considered your childhood. So Chiron is an asteroid in your life that it's a pain you carry with you. And it's going to keep popping up until you address it. And healing it can be a lifelong thing. But once you do, you'll be able to help others heal. It's like you master this energy and then you become a pro at healing, helping others through their healing journey. All right, so let's get started. Oh, and also the house and sign go hand in hand. So a lot of people can have the same Chiron, but in different houses, and it just manifests completely different. So you have to really, I'm gonna try to do both because sometimes they are similar. So let's get into it. And also keep in mind, Chiron is generational, so it'll stay in a certain sign for usually around 4 years, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Right now it's in Aries, so all the babies being born are going to have Chiron in Aries. So parents, listen up. Chiron in Aries. Chiron in Aries is like the wound of self. Feeling worthless. Feeling like you have no sense of purpose, no sense of self, no sense of identity. Having people impose like their identity on you, or feeling like you have to try really hard to fit in. Always having to prove your worthiness. Someone made you feel bad for being an individual, for being you, for doing the things that you want to do, for liking the things that you like. That can cause a lot of hidden anger, like a lot of suppressed anger and rage. Because a lot of times people with Chiron and Aries suppress who they truly are to fit in. Don't do that to your kids. Let them be them. Now, Chiron in the first house usually always manifests physically. Being bullied for how you look, being too big, being too skinny, someone making fun of you if you're sick a lot, you have a sickness, a disability, your personality, just you being different and people making fun of it. And this wound, actually, it's very hard to hide. And people with Chiron and Aries hide their wounds. They try to hide their wounds, but when it's in the first house, Chiron in the first house, especially if it aspects the ascendant, you're going to see it right away. Whether it's you make fun of yourself and just put it out there before someone else can, or it's just very obvious. So yeah, that sucks. Now, Chiron in Taurus is the wound of loss. So depending on what house it is, it will tell you where that trauma comes from. It could be losing a person, your home, money. These people can be hoarders, grow up to be hoarders. You're just scared of lacking. A lot of times these people grew up deprived of something, didn't have enough food growing up, didn't know where your next meal was coming from, not enough clothing, you were made fun of for being poor. Could be the loss of your innocence. Maybe you had to grow up fast. Maybe you were abused. Loss of control, depending on what house it is. And it can make you an overspender or very frugal, especially if it's Chiron in the second house, which let's get into. Chiron in the second house is basically just manifest as a lack of security. And depending on what sign it's in, it'll tell you where the security is: emotional security, physical, monetary. This can also manifest Chiron in the second house, abuse by family, being belittled by family, bullied by a family member. Yeah.